January 29th, 2025, a cold, clear night over the nation's capital. To the thousands on the ground, it was a quiet evening. But on the radar at Reagan National, two blips were moving toward a point of no return. In a split second, the silence of the Potomac was shattered by a sound that would haunt the city for years. 67 lives vanished in a mid-air fireball. For over a year, we've asked how this happened. Now, a March 2026 investigative report has revealed the shocking truth. This wasn't just an accident. It was a failure of the system. American Airlines Flight 5342 was on its final approach, minutes away from landing with 64 people on board. Sharing that same dark sky was an Army Black Hawk helicopter. Call sign PAT-25, transiting the river corridor. They were flying what pilots called the death trap, a route where civilian jets and military helicopters were funneled into the same narrow airspace. The pilots were professionals, following their instruments, trusting the invisible lines drawn by the FAA. But from the cockpit of the Black Hawk, the city lights below were creating a deadly optical illusion. In the control tower, the commands were being issued, but a series of technical glitches meant they would never be heard. The Army pilots were using night vision goggles. Investigators now say the city glow of D.C. made the approaching jet invisible against the horizon. At the critical moment, air traffic control tried to divert the helicopter, but the signal was stepped on, blocked by simultaneous transmission. All the pilots heard was static. On the jet, the Collision Avoidance System, TCAS, screamed a warning. Traffic, traffic. But because the plane was below 900 feet, the system's life-saving resolution advisory was automatically disabled. The computer went silent. The FAA had designed a route where these aircraft were separated by only 75 vertical feet. On this night, that margin for error hit zero. The NTSB's Final Report, released just weeks ago, contains a bombshell revelation. A double close call had occurred 24 hours earlier in the exact same spot. The warnings were logged and ignored. The verdict is chilling. This tragedy was 100% preventable. A disaster written in the fine print of outdated regulations. 67 lives lost to a system that failed to look ahead. For Vantage Dossier, I'm your host. We'll see you in the next investigation.